Breaking a cookie in half creates a straight side 10 centimeters long. Estimate the circumference. Use 3.14 for pi. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Do not include units in your answer. I'm going to begin with a sketch. So here's my cookie, and then it gets broken in half. And as soon as I break it in half, I can see that right there is the diameter. And so that tells me that the diameter is 10 centimeters long. So I know it's the diameter because I'm going from edge to edge through the center of the circle, and that's the definition of the diameter. I'm supposed to be estimating the circumference, which is the distance around the circle, or the cookie in this case. And there is a formula that involves the diameter. So it's circumference equals pi times diameter. So I'll use that one to be more efficient. So I'm trying to find the circumference. I do have instructions that I should use 3.14 for pi. So I will substitute that. And then I'm going to substitute my 10 for the diameter. I can now multiply 3.14 times 10, and because I'm multiplying by a power of 10, this is relatively easy. I get 31.4, or 31 4/10. I also notice that I have instructions to round my answer to the nearest whole number. So I'll look at the 31. The digit that comes after is 4, and so I will round down to 31. If you chose the common wrong answer of 15.7, you started off possibly on the right track because I think you multiplied 3.14, but instead of multiplying that by 10, it looks like you multiplied that by 5. Because when you multiply that by 5, you get 15.7, which is the number that you had chosen. So there's a couple of things that went wrong. It looks to me like you knew you needed to use one of the circumference formulas, but I'm thinking that you weren't sure when you picked a 5. Maybe you didn't realize that you were supposed to use a diameter, which is all the way across the circle, or 10. So this is really where your error occurs here in using the 5 instead of 10. You also didn't round. So maybe even if you had used 10, you might have gotten this one wrong if you hadn't paid attention to the fact that you're supposed to be rounding. I'm not sure. So to prevent this error in the future, I have 2 recommendations. One is I always draw a sketch. It really helps me see where my numbers belong and what I should do and which ones go to what. It helps my labeling a lot. The second thing is that you might want to make sure that you know all your vocab, like circumference, radius, diameter. Knowing those words really well will help you be more accurate in these problems.